Hi, this is Dr. Tro, and again, I'm talking about these key documents we use for educating and providing a guideline for how you're going to approach your lifestyle goals. And one of those key documents is the blueprint, which I've already talked about. Another key document is the levers document, which I've talked about. And the last is the defenses. And this is probably the most important to help our patients wrap their head around how will they achieve their lifestyle goals. So very often patients come to us and say, I have this lifestyle I want you to help us with. That is what they say. I want to do low carb. I want to lose weight. I want to do these things. And a lot of times when I ask them, hey, why do you think that you failed in the past? They say, well, I just couldn't do it. Or they say, when I ask them, when was the last time you ate something that was against your kind of lifestyle goals? They say, well, I had pizza last week, or I had cupcakes, or whatever it is. When I ask them why they did that, the answer is always, oh, I just could have done better. I didn't need to do that. I just lost control. I didn't have the willpower. I just couldn't do it. And so I want to talk about this because the average person's focus is on their own impulse control. But what I need to do for my patients is develop an understanding of all the defenses that are available to them that they likely didn't realize they had. For example, the first key defense is building an awareness of what they're up against. Do you have intense cravings? What are your problem times? Are you aware of them? Are you aware of why stress makes you hungry? Are you aware of how a low carbohydrate diet works? Are you aware of a way to eat pizza while supporting your health goals? Maybe you want to do a low carb pizza. Maybe you just want to take the cheese off of the pizza and eat that. Are you aware? We like to build an awareness of what it is that a patient is going to be up against. Do you understand hunger? Do you understand cravings? Do you understand your vulnerabilities? Or are you aware? Most of the time, people do not have a basic understanding of what is hunger, what does their brain want when they want food, what is food reward for the brain, what are the different scenarios that make people hungry, what are the different hungers people experience. Do you have glycemic induced hunger? Do you have stress induced hunger? Do you have emotionally induced hunger? What is driving your eating? Do you have food cues? Do you have social cues to eat? What is it that drives you to eat? That's the awareness defense, and then we move along to preparing. Once we develop that awareness of the different hungers and the different vulnerabilities in your life, we want to help you prepare. Hey, did you know down the street there's a place where you can get low carb pizza? Hey, did you know that there's a variety of chocolate that doesn't have any sugar? Did you know that you can switch from regular Coke to diet? All in an effort to maintain the lifestyle you've asked us to maintain. Did you prepare enough? Well, doc, I always struggle at work. Well, doc, I always struggle at home. Every time at 9 o'clock when the kids are asleep, I want food. Our job is to help you prepare for those vulnerabilities, those times where you struggle, to make those times easy so you have a way out. So while awareness is the first defense, that second defense is preparation. Can we help you prepare? And the third defense is self-advocacy. Why are you here? Ask yourself. Why are you spending your time and money in this program? What is your motivation? What is guiding you? And that's going to be important. If you understand that your motivation is your overall health, your well-being, the pain in your knees, the blood sugar levels, the heart attack you had, the stroke that's in your family, that's a potent motivator. Well, maybe you just want to lose weight to feel better and feel better about yourself and your body image. Well, that's a different set of motivations. You have to understand why you're here so you know how much you're going to be able to advocate for yourself. And self-advocacy is our next layer of defense. Most people, when I tell them, hey, look, you have diabetes, why not consider a low carb pizza instead of a high carb pizza? When they're left to that choice, if you show up like a genie right before they're going to have ice cream or right before you're going to have pizza and you give them a low carb version, they're going to choose that 99% of the time. So self-advocacy is not their issue. They just need to prepare better. Well, what happens for those 1% that says, leave me alone, I know what I'm doing, I'm going to eat my regular pizza, I don't care what you say, but then regret it afterwards? Well, we better develop a really strong self-advocacy. So when you're in that moment, you make the decisions that support your goals. And now community and support is our next defense. And this is us at the least. You have hired a team that is here to support you. Text us, reach out to us, use the app. Ask for help. Tell us about your struggles. If you had a car and your car had a flat tire, what would you do? You'd call AAA right away. You say, come help me. We're here to be that support and community you need to help you. And hopefully our app and the way we make social bonds will help you create a support system in your life. A lot of times we ask people to include their family in their goals. And we help recruit their family, bring them into the office so they know what it takes to support you and your goals. So maybe there's a friend at work that's doing the same diet you are. Maybe you can loop in your kids or your parents or your spouses with you to do this lifestyle journey with you. So this is key. Maybe when you're really struggling, you need to reach out to your doctor and your health coach like you would if you got a flat tire. If you got a flat tire, you'd call for help right away. If your bank account was being attacked, like your lifestyle was being attacked, you'd call for help right away. You'd call your bank and say, hey, somebody's taking money from my account. And that would have been done yesterday. It would have been done immediately, just like when you got a flat tire. Well, your appetite, your hunger, your cravings, your weight loss journey, your health needs that level of community and support. Call us. Put us to use. That community and support is an important defense. And sure, impulse control is a defense, but the trap most patients with obesity run in is they blame themselves. They focus too much on that impulse control. I should have done better. I needed to do better. I didn't have the willpower. I didn't have the self-control. And while it may be true that, we all deserve to take a little responsibility, it may not be the most important thing to pay attention to in that moment. And this leads me to my last defense, which is tenacity and resilience. And this is why coaching is so important. You can see that we tend to focus on ourselves and our impulse control, when in reality, maybe there was an easier solution we just weren't aware of. Hey doc, I was really struggling this week because nobody made dinner for me and it was a struggle and I ended up eating something I didn't want to. Well, hey, you can pull into the supermarket, grab 2 rotisserie chickens and come home. You can go to Wendy's, McDonald's, or Burger King, order 3 or 4 hamburger patties and a side salad and eat and come home. Did you know that these tools were available? Instead of blaming yourself and your self-control, did you know that these tools were available? Hey doc, I had pizza, I just couldn't resist it. Did you know that down the street you can get a low-carb pizza? Here's a restaurant. Doc, I struggle every time I watch my kids eat ice cream. Well, did you know we can help you with low-carb versions? Or maybe you can do what I do. I throw some ice in a blender with 2 scoops of chocolate protein powder and I have myself a low-carb milkshake. Did you know you had some other tool available that wasn't just your impulse control? And this is where the weekly coaching comes into play. Sometimes we're not the best judges of ourselves. And when we have a little bit of tenacity and a little bit of resilience, sharing our vulnerabilities with a team whose goal it is to help you, to help us, when we have that tenacity to evaluate what was hard and what was easy and how to make things easier and how to address those hardships, when we have somebody that's looking beyond just blaming yourself and your self-control and your willpower, when you have somebody that's going to offer a tool outside of what we're focusing on, maybe sometimes there's that simple solution that we weren't quite aware of. And that's the last defense, tenacity and resilience. Never give up. And these defenses are really important. You need to consider them throughout your weight loss journey. You need to consider them no matter what diet you do. Am I aware of what I'm up against? Do I understand my hunger? Do I understand my cravings, my appetite? Do I understand my vulnerabilities? Am I prepared for each of these situations? Am I prepared for my appetite being out of control on my worst day, not my best day? Why am I here? Why am I doing this? Why am I sticking to my health goals? Do I want to make that photo shoot and be ready for that wedding with the dress size that I wanted? Or am I here for my diabetes and my blood pressure? Do I want to be alive for my kids? What is that reason that's bringing you here? That's self-advocacy. And that is that third defense. And the fourth defense is the community and support around your health goals. Does your family and friends know what you're doing? Do you have a good team, a health coach, a doctor behind you? And that impulse control, yes, we all need it. We all need to develop that. We all need to learn over a lifetime to become a restrained eater. But is that the defense that would have helped me? Is that the easiest defense available to me? Most of the time, there's something else. And do I have the tenacity? Am I sharing my vulnerabilities with a team that is here to help me get my weight loss goals? Am I evaluating how to make things easier or how to address my hardships? Did I actually perform well? Maybe I'm just being hard on myself. And this is a critical part where having a good coach and a good doctor and a good healthcare team behind you can cultivate that tenacity and that resilience along with you so you meet your health goals. Remember that your lifestyle is being constantly attacked by people who don't have the same goals as you, friends and family who are pushing food on us, commercials and restaurants and processed food companies and drug companies. Your lifestyle is constantly under attack, and you need to develop and cultivate these defenses so that you can maintain your journey for life.